Hello. All right, this is going to be a really quick practice on rolling your stabilizers kind of all the way down through the lower half of the body. All right, so you're just going to need, we'll use a foam roller today. All right, we'll keep it super simple. So grab your foam roller, and we're going to start with glute med, glute min. So where you're looking for is above the greater trochanter of your right hip. We'll start. So greater trochanter is the outer kind of head of your femur. And then, so you want to be above that, and you want to be below the upper crust of your pelvis. Okay, so you have kind of this whole pant line to play with. All right, so you're going to lay onto your right side, right forearm down, right leg extended long, and your left foot is going to be a piece of support for you here. So lift your hip, place that foam roller into that spot above the greater trochanter. So if you roll the foam roller too low, you'll probably feel like you are running over a bone. So just stay above that. Stay in kind of that pant line, love handly area, and then just below the ilium, the crest of your pelvis. So if you go too high, you'll probably feel like you're gonna go over a edge onto more of your waistline. So just staying below that. Okay, so moving a little bit up and down, and kind of stripping along the muscle fibers. You can pause in one area and just kind of roll forward and back, where you're kind of running into the lateral part of the SI joint on the right side. And as you roll forward, you're running into TFL. So you need to do a little bit of that. And then you can again hold. What you can do, you might not be able to see me great, but keep your left foot down. You can start to lift your right leg up, bringing it to a hover, and you can start to internally rotate, pointing your right toes up towards the ceiling, and externally rotate, pointing your toes down towards your mat. So you're kind of just doing a form of pin and stretching on yourself. It shouldn't feel too intense. I don't want you sweating. I don't want you losing your breath. So less is really more in these rolling sessions. You never want to be rolling on where you are injured, where there's inflammation. You're always rolling kind of around that area, never directly on it if you're dealing with an injury. Okay. All right, so once you've tackled that area, what we're going to do next is you're going to come up, and I'll just go into it right away. So you can take your foam roller, and we're going to target the right glute. So cross your right ankle over your left thigh, and you're just going to roll from where you'll kind of feel yourself above your sit bone all the way just below that SI joint, another bone on the low back that connects the ilium and the sacrum, the back of the pelvis to the spine. You're just kind of rolling as much glute as you can. And you can kind of tip yourself over to the right a little bit. You'll get into some of those lateral glute muscles that we were just on. Okay, so just take a few more rolls here. Right, and then you can place your right foot down and then roll onto your left side. And let's do the left side. So same thing, you're finding the spot. Right foot can come in front of you, be on your left elbow. He's staying away from rolling on your bones, simply because we can't change our bone. There's no point of inviting blood flow into those areas. So as you get to the top of that greater trochanter, so what feels like the hip bone, might be a little bit more tender in there. You have a lot of more tendony tissue, the muscles of our glutes starting to attach to different points of this bone, of the femur. You feel free to roll forward and back a little bit. Try to stay with a relaxed breath. Okay, option to lift the bottom leg, your left leg, point the toes up towards the ceiling, down to the mat. As you point the toes up to the ceiling, you might feel the muscles engage a little bit, like they're poking out into the foam roller. And then as you point the toes down, you might feel them relax. Okay. And then just rolling up. The whole goal of our practice of rolling is to invite blood flow into the tissues. So start to make your way into the position where we can roll the glutes. Okay. So from the front side, what it looks like is left ankle crossed over the right thigh. I'm just trying to get to as much fleshy area as we can. So again, blood flow is the goal. Okay, there's lots of research proving that a practice of rolling before you go exercise or do something that requires a higher output of energy, rolling can help increase your output, so make you a little bit stronger, more ready for activity, versus static stretching, which is more kind of putting your muscles to sleep. So doing something like this before your run, I do it before every single run, easy, hard, doesn't matter. This is part of my routine. I don't go as long, maybe a little bit shorter, but same muscles, same techniques for rolling. All right, so you can go ahead and we'll cut that video off there. All right, so have a good day.